It's your daily dose of Donna. Welcome to the show. How's everyone doing today? It's the day before Thanksgiving. I keep thinking it's the day before Thanksgiving. I feel like everything is going so fast. This is a weird week. I don't know about you guys, but I feel like it's just flying. It's flying. Just like Alphaba. This week is the Alphaba of weeks. How's everyone doing today? I have already recorded my other podcast. My kids are home. I have so much going on. I have nothing going on. Like it's one of those weeks. You know what I'm talking about? It's just one of those weeks. Zach Peter is calling me. He's throwing me off. He's trying to distract me. But Zach Peter is trying to throw off my show. He's probably trying to ruin my show, is what he's doing. He's like, oh, Donna went live. Gonna distract her. Conspiracy theorist. Now, you guys know how I am glitching constantly on this computer. You guys remember that? Now I'm glitching constantly. Guess what? I bought a new computer. I bought myself a new computer for the show. All about Daily Dose of Donna. All I care about are the dosers. So I'm not on the new computer yet. Sitting right next to this computer is my new computer. I was so excited. I got to set it all up today. And I am so excited about it. Because my computer is a desktop computer and it's red, which is cool. Red was like my era in 2021. Okay. When I bought it, I thought it's like a pink front and it's red. But look at this one. I'm gonna bring it. I'm gonna show you guys. Look how cute it is. It's really big. It's pink. It's pink. I'm Alphaba. I'm Glinda. Okay. I'm Glinda. And I'm gonna set it up, and that means that there's gonna be no more glitches. Starting tomorrow, there will not be any more glitches on the show. We're going to be glitch-free. Glitch-free. Daily dose of glitch-free. Daily dose of glitch-free. I am so excited about it. Guys, I can't wait to talk to you today. We have so much to talk about. Well, we just have fun things to talk about, is the truth. Oh my God. I watched such good TV last night, and I'm going to tell you all about it. There's so much content to watch. Content is killing. Okay. Content is amazing right now. Let's start the show. Let's just do, our due diligence, start the show, get into it. And then I'm going to tell you all about the shows that you have to watch, the books you have to listen to, all the things. Okay. Are you ready for it? Are you ready for it? I'm so excited to talk to you guys. I just feel like I was quiet all morning and now I'm ready to explode. It's your daily dose of Donna. All righty, guys. Okay, let me tell you what I watched last night. Well, I started watching it over the weekend, and we finished 4 episodes last night, which never happens. And I watched it with Lance and my 13-year-old. And it's probably not for 13-year-olds, so I would not recommend watching it with your kids. But my 13-year-old is a very mature 13-year-old, so we watched All Her Fault. Now, I'll keep this spoiler free. I will not spoil the show. No one should spoil the show for you. But I almost want to talk about it on Patreon. And I think we should have like a Patreon episode just talking about it, because this show, and I want to say it's based on a book. Is it based on a book? Now, once again, no spoilers. Is it based on a book? All Her Fault is inspired by, it's based on a 2021 novel of the same name. Based on a real event. But it's a fictional adaptation based on a real event. And it's based on a real event of the author, Andrea Mara, which the real event, and this is not giving away any spoilers, is in 2015, the author, Andrea Mara, which is funny because the lead character, her name is Marissa, and they call her Mar throughout the entire show. I promise you, Enrique, I promise you there is no spoilers in this episode. And comments, chat, spoiler free. I will literally kick your ass out. Okay? I will kick your ass out if you spoil it. There will not be a spoiler. But you find this plot line happens in the first 3 minutes of the show. So there is no spoiler, okay? There is no spoiler in this moment. But the entire show opens with the plot line of Marissa, the lead. Her name is Sarah Snook. She's from Succession, which, by the way, I want to say is Australian or British. I can't remember. And she does a phenomenal American accent, She goes to a house to pick up her 5-year-old son, and he's not there. He's on a play date, and he's not there. That's all I'll say. And I'm finding out that it's based on the author of the novel, Andrea Mara, she went to what she thought was her daughter's play date, only to find herself outside an unoccupied house. The panic was brief, as a neighbor quickly explained that the family had moved and she had the wrong address. That's what it was. So that happened in the real life. The author had a brief panic moment when she went to go pick up her daughter from a play date and the house was empty and she found out that the family had moved. She just had the wrong address. But she took that panic and turned it into a whole story, which has so many twists and turns. It has so many moments. And let me tell you, I'm usually really good at picking out these like plot twists and calling. Like Lance and I and Dylan, we kept stopping every episode and being like, what do you think is going to happen? What do you think is going to happen? Who do you think did it? What do you think this? What do you think that? And we kept guessing. And even if we had moments of the story right, no one guessed the ending. And those are the best kinds of shows ever. They are so freaking phenomenal in the show. Like every actor is great. What I was actually shocked by, and this is what I was really surprised by, because one of my dosers, Sharna, she lives in Australia, and she says that they shot it in her city. And I was like, I'm sorry, how? Because and they obviously didn't shoot the entire thing in her city because there's many scenes shot in Chicago, like Dakota Fanning is in it. And she plays one of the moms in the show. And there's many scenes in her, like of her walking around downtown Chicago in the first episode, even like by the Bean, and her walking, just the bridge. I was just there with Zach Peters. Remember when we were over there in Chicago for his live tour, like walking the bridges and walking around downtown. So I'm so confused. They must have gone to Chicago for a few scenes, but they shot it in Australia. And I couldn't believe that. It kind of bummed me out. Like, America, get your shit together. And let's bring production back to America. Let's bring production back to California, Gavin. I'm looking at you, Gavin Newsom. Our city, Los Angeles, is hurting. Okay. We need production back in Los Angeles. Okay. Let's not make this a political show. The show is called All Her Fault, and it's a Peacock original, which I'm surprised because Peacock usually doesn't have original scripted shows, as far as I know. They have a lot of they do a lot of reality shows that are on Bravo and stuff, but Peacock, did not know that Peacock had a lot of scripted original shows. Phenomenal. Must watch. It's perfect for the long weekend. All Her Fault. And it's always the women's fault. It's great, by the way, as a mom. Oh my God, you're going to find yourself as a mom watching this and being like, oh God, exactly. That's how we always feel underappreciated. Oh, it's so good. Anyway, back to the show. If you guys wonder if I feel passionate about things in life, I do. I feel very passionate. I sat on that couch. I did not move. I was so passionate about everything. Man, it was really an incredible moment. I love those nights when you just like are so into the show, you don't want to move, Okay, let's get into today's show. I have so many different things I want to talk about, but before we do, let's get into a couple sponsors. First of all, HONEYLOVE, thank you so much for sponsoring Daily Dose of Donna. I love HONEYLOVE because holiday outfits start with the right foundation, and HONEYLOVE bras and shapewear give you comfort and confidence whether you're in sparkles at a holiday party or in cozy sweaters with family. Don't spend the season tugging at uncomfortable bras or shapewear that rolls down. HONEYLOVE moves with you so you can enjoy the moment. The new Cloud Embrace bra is the perfect treat yourself gift. It's a modern wireless t-shirt bra with sturdy, lightweight, lightly padded foam cups that feel like a cloud against your skin. It's a wireless bra for people who love underwire, and it's sold out in days. So don't wait, because this is a present to put under the tree or in your own stocking or in your Hanukkah bush. I hate saying Hanukkah bush. I hate saying bush. Okay? No woman wants to talk about bush. The panty area, that wasn't supposed to happen. We weren't supposed to talk about panty areas right after bush, but HONEYLOVE shapewear features targeted compression that enhances curves, not squishes them. Dance floor approved for New Year's Eve, and the panty area opening makes bathroom trips easy because no one wants a costume change at a holiday party. HONEYLOVE also, they have bras that are supportive and wire-free. Thanks to bonding technology that lifts without underwire, you deserve a bra that's lightweight and comfortable without sacrificing support. So treat yourself or someone you love to HONEYLOVE this holiday season. And right now, you can save 20% at honeylove.com/dailydose. Just use our exclusive link, honeylove.com/dailydose. After your order, they're going to ask you where you heard about HONEYLOVE. What are you going to say? Daily Dose of Donna. Duh. That's what you're going to say, right? I hope you do. I hope you do. Make sure to do that and let them know Daily Dose of Donna sent you. Bush and panties. If you say moist, I'm going to scream. Whoops, just did. Whoops, moist, bush and panties. Those are truly the worst 3 words. And I'm going to add one more, okay? Guess. What's the 4th worst word in the English language? Bush, panties, moist, and I can't believe no one got it. Tasty. Tasty is not bad. Is tasty bad? I'll tell you right now. Okay, ready? Creamy. Creamy. Okay, let's get into it. Speaking of creamy, so I have been catching up on Mormon Wives, okay? I've been catching up on Mormon Wives. You guys have some crazy words, and thank God all your comments are going to be up on the screen for the rest of history, so everyone's going to always see them, okay? Mormon Wives is a great show. First season, I was like, this is so cheesy. Second season, I was in, and third season, I am perineum in, I am perineum in it. And I love it. I love it. It's a great one. It's light. It's not one of those shows that you need to be like all in. You can watch it while you're cleaning, while you're working out, while you're, making your moist turkey. You're doing all the things. Okay. Your words are funny. But it took a turn this season, because we're dealing with a little bit of a Blake Lively situation. And I think you guys are going to know what I mean. When you think of Blake Lively, forever and ever, you're going to now connect the word Blake Lively to a woman who's using SA, the term SA, or accusing someone of SA when they don't actually have strong proof of SA or the reason to actually accuse someone of SA. And that to me is when someone is blaking someone. This is the new term. Okay. Ryan Reynolds is wheat penis. Thank you. Thank you for reminding us of this, Barbara. Ryan Reynolds is wheat penis. And Blake Lively is to accuse someone of false SA, which in my opinion is what is happening on this season of Mormon Wives. So it's kind of like a convoluted story, and you don't have to even know the players to understand what's going on. But there's one of the Mormon wives, and her name is Demi, like Demi Moore. Okay. Demi Moore is, Demi is a character on Mormon Wives. And there was a little bit of a crossover situation with another Hulu show called Vanderpump Villa. That's Lisa Vanderpump's show, where they took everyone over to Italy and they stayed in the villa. Now, I watched 3 episodes of the first season. I fell off of it real fast. I thought it was pretty bad. But I do remember on that show, there was Marciano. Marciano is the player, the Jax Taylor of that show. He is unlikable. He's cheesy. He's totally a douche canoe. He's the guy that everyone hooks up with, but like doesn't care about the girls. He's totally that guy. But just because you have a guy that is a player, that is a cheeseball, that is that guy, does not mean that they automatically are, they automatically are the bad guy in everyone's story. And apparently, when the girls from Mormon Wives went to Vanderpump Villa for like a crossover episode, which I never watched, but it was on Vanderpump Villa, there were flirtations between these Mormon wives, these married Mormon wives, and Marciano. There was a couple girls that fell for him, that flirted with him. And this guy, this douche nozzle, was hooking up and was like making out and was doing all these things. Okay. Now, this whole season of Mormon Wives, season 3, was about many things, but one of the main storylines was about Jessie, which is one of the girls of Mormon Wives, dealing with the fact that she had an emotional affair with this Marciano, and she's married to this guy, Jordan. And this is something that I do think happens in many relationships, in many marriages, where you fall into a rut in your marriage and you fall for someone in an emotional way. And there was definitely a little bit of physicality between her and Marciano. They admitted that they kissed a little bit and they had an emotional affair. But Jessie comes clean about it in the story in episodes 1 or 2, and her husband finds out about it and they work through it. But then there's a girl, Demi, in the show who is clearly hiding a lot more with Marciano. And I think that there was more of a physical connection between them. And then she turns it into, instead of just admitting that there was more of a connection, she then turns it into, well, he physically assaulted me. He SA'd me. And when you put that onto a man, as we know with the Blake Lively, Justin Baldoni story, this is not just career ending. This could be life ending, not life ending in the sense it's not actually killing a person, but it could be eventually killing a person's chances at a fair life. Because as you know, when the second a man gets accused of SA or SH or anything of those sorts, it's ending for a person, especially in a public nature. And that to me it's really, really wrong. It's really, really wrong to do. And no one had proof of these terms or of these accusations that Demi was starting to push on him. Furthermore, they started to find out, and this started to come out during the reunion of the last season, that she had made these accusations towards him. And then she was also continuing to speak with him after she had made these accusations towards him. She was still connecting with him. She was still messaging with him. She was still friendly with him and flirty with him. All the things that you wouldn't do to someone who was allegedly assaulting you. Not even someone that you had a relationship with or your friend or anything. This was a stranger technically that she says assaulted her. And then she continued to flirt with him over text and send him messages, et cetera, et cetera. It's clearly something's not adding up. And it feels very much like just trying to switch the narrative and accuse him of something so that she's the victim and she doesn't have to take any accountability for effing up in her relationship and doing something wrong. It reminds me of someone else. A lot of DMs came in before I even saw the episode where a lot of people were saying, hey, I think Demi's a little bit of a Blake Lively Jr. You guys can take it from there, right? A lot of people are saying, what did I say? So a little bit means, oh, it was nothing, just a little kiss. Haha, cheating is cheating. Sorry. What did I say? Did I say something that it wasn't cheating? Are you guys talking about Jessie or Demi? I don't remember which one I said. I think they both cheated. I think both Jessie and Demi cheated on their husbands with Marciano. I don't know what I said, but I think that, yes, they both cheated. I just think the difference is Jessie is accountable for her cheating and Demi is not. Demi is blaming Marciano and Jessie is blaming herself. Jessie's taking accountability. That's what I think. Does that make sense? Okay. Now, the fact that this is still going on in real life and behind the scenes and like when they were shooting is pretty crazy. It's like it's continuing to go on. And just yesterday, Marciano, he's still trying to kind of clear his name because now it's airing out. Everything is airing out. And Marciano just did an episode yesterday. They shot the episode yesterday with Heather McDonald from Juicy Scoop. And I guess they released a reel, like a TikTok reel, a collab reel. And the fact that Marciano hasn't blocked Demi is pretty crazy because he really should have blocked her at this point. I have no idea why he didn't. But apparently she was going crazy in the comments. And I have a couple of the messages here. I know Bravo Babe on Threads, I saw it this morning. That's why I'm going to pull it up. She pulled some of the unhinged comments that how can I find? Oh, here we go. She pulled some of the unhinged comments that Demi was writing on Heather's and Marciano's joint TikTok or reel. And then Marciano, of course, had to respond. But first of all, these are some of the comments. It says, Demi was crashing out in Heather McDonald's comment section after it was shared Marciano would be on her podcast today. The comments are now deleted. So, for example, said, oop, looks like he deleted it. Found his weak spot. Looks like he's not so tough after all. Was your daddy this big of basically a pussy too? I'm sure he's looking down so disappointed and what an embarrassment you turned out to be. There's still time to turn it around and tell the truth. She also said, Heather, don't buy into this fool's BS. Does nothing but lie for relevancy. He wishes there was a romantic connection between us. Over my dead body, you just interviewed someone who groped me and happily attempted to ruin 2 marriages for clout. This is not something to be proud of. And then responded to someone else, Hannah, who's on Villa, says, what do you mean you saw what went down in the Villa? Be specific, Hannah. And then also said to someone else, a simple question for you. Are you implying that because I spoke to Marciano after he grabbed my privates without my permission that it doesn't count as assault? And then wrote to someone else, according to Newsweek and Marciano, you lied. Repeat that sentence a few more times and really let it sink in. You should hopefully become really embarrassed for yourself by the 3rd or 4th time. Also wrote to Heather, why are you deleting my comments about Marciano and his criminal past? Heather responded, I did not delete. She responded, he did. Should tell you all you need to know about this man. So she was clearly crashing the F out, which is like not a good look. She's acting nuts. Now, this is not to say that Marciano is like a good guy, but she's acting a little unhinged. And he finally responded publicly this morning. Now, I should say, even before, and I know that like Lisa Vanderpump is not necessarily the most, Lisa Vanderpump's a little tough when it comes to these things. And you know my feelings about Lisa Vanderpump when it comes to like her obsession over supporting toxic men. She supports people like James Vanderpump. She supports people like Jax Taylor. She supports a lot of these. Does she support Jax anymore? I don't think she does. But like Tom Sandoval, she supports a lot of these toxic men. But in this case, I'm very much Team Marciano on this one because I do not like when women like Demi come in there and accuse men of assault and it's not real. And every single person in the house at the villa is like, that didn't happen. This did not happen. So did I say James Vanderpump? Shit. What's wrong with me? James Kennedy. Shit. I swear I'm sober. Okay. So Lisa Vanderpump was asked about Marciano on the show. on a red carpet, and this is what she did have to say, which I know it's Lisa Vanderpump, so you kind of have to take it with a grain of salt, but she was asked about this, and she did respond. Let me get the
cameras everywhere. Oh, I categorically know what happened because we have cameras everywhere and I've seen every ounce of the footage. So I think when the women are doubting her, I think they've got very good reason. Any allegations against Marciano, I have the luxury of having all the footage.
So she says she has all the footage, and there is absolutely no way that, this is not real, or this is not, there's no way that this happened. And she has all the footage, which I believe that we need to actually see the footage. I mean, this seems absolutely insane. But this is what I find the most fascinating. And my comment, and, come at me if you want, but this is my comment. And I said, and this is why we do not believe all women. And I know misogyny slop women are going to come after me, but I don't give a shit because of this. Watch Marciano talk about it on his Instagram this morning.
What's up, guys? I don't know why, but for some reason, Demi thinks this is some kind of a game. A couple days ago, she posted a video insinuating reality TV is fake. A fan commented, "This is what Marciano felt like." She then commented saying, "I like to play with my food before I eat it," which implies how much of a game this is to her. She is clearly downplaying how serious sexual assault is completely. Like, I'm sorry, Demi, but this is nothing you should be playing with. This is my real life. And with that being said, let's fast forward to yesterday. I did a collab post with Heather McDonald about a podcast we were dropping. She decided to become fully unhinged and go off in the comments. She proceeded to say, "I groped her privates," which obviously never happened. And of course, it's the first time she is ever mentioning privates. It's hilarious how her story continues to change. It's impossible to keep up with at this point. She then goes back and forth in the comments, now saying, "I have a criminal record." Like, what the fuck is this girl even talking about? I literally got arrested one time in my whole life when I was 19 years old for disorderly conduct because I punched a street sign while I was leaving a bar. Mind you, that was 13 years ago and I've never been in trouble outside of that. Does that sound like I have a criminal record? She then says I deleted the comment, but like I said, this was a collab post where I wasn't able to delete the comments. This girl is literally grasping at anything to try and fix the mess she has created for herself. And last and finally, let's get to the worst part. She then goes on to attack my dead father. She commented, "Was your daddy this big of a pussy too?" And then says he's looking down on me, disappointed and embarrassed with the person I have become. Okay, so now this is where I draw the fucking line. You can attack me, make lies up about me, slander and defame me on TV or the internet, but you come at my father, who is no longer alive, is beyond sickening. Like, what kind of a human are you to stoop so low to attack someone who is deceased? Or even worse, use my late father as a weapon to try and make me look bad or fuck with me, or I don't even know what her intentions were. Either way, she has crossed the line and she is really showing the whole world what kind of a person she really is. I cannot wait to make this girl regret every lie she has ever told. After I get done with dealing this whole situation legally, I promise you guys, we will never have to see this girl on TV ever again. I will be sure she does not get away with this behavior and never does this to anyone ever again. Thanks, guys.
It's a little dramatic, but he's upset, understandably. And the calling into the dead dad, "Was your dad this big of a pussy?" Like, what a bitch. Seriously, what a bitch. And if you're actually a victim of assault, you would never act this way. You just wouldn't. You would never come in with like fighting words like that. No, you wouldn't. She has literally created her own demise because she was the fan favorite. season 1. If you go back to season 1 of Mormon Wives, people loved Demi. People loved Demi. Now, this is kind of a funny story, though, because she she was in season 1, they talked about that there was like a Fruit Loops reference, where like there was a rumor that they used Fruit Loops during sex, her and her husband. And now there's a rumor of what that Fruit Loops rumor actually, or what Fruit Loops actually means. You guys have to see this video. Oh my God, I just see Zach's comment in the comments of the TikTok or the reel. Hold on. Watch this. Is it full volume? Yeah.
We finally know what Fruity Pebbles
Fruity
means
Pebbles,
from
sorry.
the Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, allegedly. And I cannot believe that I'm about to say the following words on camera. Quick little backstory. A couple days ago, an interview from Access Hollywood came out of Lisa addressing the Demi Marciano allegations. And in the interview, Lisa said, and I quote, "Oh, I categorically know what happened because we have cameras everywhere. And I've seen every ounce of footage. So I think when the women are doubting her, they've got very good reason." So then I guess Demi responded to that video, or somebody talking about that video, saying, "Jesse's somewhere punching air right now that Lisa is talking about me and not her." And obviously, Jesse responded. Now, I originally saw this posted to the Instagram account Taste of Reality. And Jesse said in this video, and I quote, "Her saying something like this is laughable because I genuinely would never be jealous of someone saying these things that Lisa is saying about her. She got caught on camera, she knows that, and she's trying to backtrack." Okay, now everybody needs to mentally prepare for the next thing I'm going to say. Jesse continued, "So since she wants to be petty and be an asshole, I think I'm just going to go ahead and say that Grandpa Brett likes to drink her piss like it's dirty soda and he gulps it down like water. And that's what Fruity Pebbles is." Yeah. Now look, everything I said in this video
Did you guys hear that? I'm not playing it again. But I hope you guys aren't freaking drinking right now. We're all Zach's meme in this video. Brett likes to drink her pee. Okay. No one likes to drink pee unless you're on the Survivor shows. No one drinks pee. Tiffany wants me to play it again. Why would you want me to go through that again? They call it Fruity Pebbles, but that's drinking pee. I'm going to Google it. Does Brett like to drink Demi? If Lance looked at my search history, does Brett like to drink Demi's pee? I mean, it's everywhere. Even, oh my God, it's literally on Cosmopolitan. Cosmopolitan? Why are there so many ads? Because no one's reading Cosmopolitan. That's why. Who's reading Cosmo? It says, Secret Lives of Mormon Wives star Jesse hopped on Instagram stories and exposed what Fruity Pebbles means. It says, I think I'm going to go ahead and say that Grandpa Brett likes to drink her piss like it's dirty soda. I'm vomiting. And gulps it down like water. And that's what Fruity Pebbles is.
I'm loving this Demi crash out era right now. Her saying something like this is laughable because genuinely would never be jealous of someone saying these things that Lisa's saying about her. She got caught on camera. She knows it and she's trying to backtrack. So since she wants to be petty and be an asshole, I think I'm just going to go ahead and say that Grandpa Brett likes to drink her piss like it's dirty soda and he gulps it down like water. And that's what Fruity Pebbles is.
Oh my God. Fruity Pebbles is gonna sue. Ew, Fruity Pebbles? Like, why? Why did they ever call it Pebbles? She has to get her urine checked. She has kidney stones or something. Pebbles? Don't they say that it's a problem if you have pebbles in your pee? Just have a glass of wine already. You guys, should this be a poll? How many of you have drank pee? This is a problem. Mormons need to get into alcohol, okay? Because if you're in a position where you're just drinking pee, then you're not busy enough. We have a problem. Oh my God, Kimberly says, I had a friend where their ex-husband was into that. Well, there's a reason they're ex. No one's into that. I'm sure people are into it. People are for sure into it. Fruity Pebbles needs to jump into the comments. Is it Kellogg's? Kellogg's needs to get right on this, right on top of this. I'm on top of this, Rose. I'm right on top of that. Fruity. Yeah, what is fruity about pee? What should Fruity Pebbles comment? Like, they're great. That's wild. Oh my God. Okay. Well, good for them. Good for them. Okay, we need to get into our next story. You guys, tonight is Dancing with the Stars finale. And I know that 97% of you guys are voting for Robert, but we may have a little bit of a problem because a lot of people are saying that it could be rigged. And what I mean by that, I don't think it's rigged, but what I mean by that is that there is a little bit of an injury. We have an injury, and people are thinking that it's being rigged because Robert Irwin, Zach Peters' boyfriend in his dreams, is injured. Yep. Robert Irwin is injured. And Anastasia, I love you too. Look at that. I don't know where. Love Donna. I love you. Robert Irwin got injured. And apparently my computer just decided to stop working. So until that connects again, hold on. Let me just get it up. That's what she said. That's what he said. Serious? Instagram, do you want to do your thing? Okay, here we go. Yes, Dancing with the Stars runner Robert Irwin injured his ribs. It's always the ribs, just hours ahead of the highly anticipated season finale. Whitney shared the concerning news on TikTok. Whitney is his partner, of course. And I think that he's going to be okay. But yes, she shared the news apparently on TikTok. Let's see if she shared it on her stories too. Here, let's go to her stories and see what she had to say. And then we can go on over to TikTok if not. But I don't think it's rigged, but here, let's see.
I'm excited. Oh my gosh.
This is
freestyle in like 10 minutes.
This is it.
Crazy. Look at my team.
It's what diet is.
Guys, the finale is here. Can you?
It says getting this freestyle dialed in. Okay. 16 hours ago, everything's fine. Robert is killing it. 6 hours ago. Nothing.
Would Robert ever consider doing Dancing with the Stars as a celebrity? Would you do it?
Definitely. I would love to.
Can you imagine how good
that
this would be?
so much fun.
Right?
He said one day.
Okay, 1 hour ago, in case you needed another reason to love Robert Irwin. And it's just a note from Robert to Whitney. I don't think that he is that injured, and I think they're going to be completely fine. The question for you is, now I think what's happening is that they are completely trying their hardest right now to win us over in the comments, in the like stories. If you notice, Alex Earl, see, I think it's really just down to Alex Earl and Robert Irwin. I don't even consider anyone else. Do you guys consider anyone else? I'm not looking at anyone else. There's no way that Dylan is going to be up on the top. I don't think that Jordan is going to be up on the top, and I don't think Elaine's going to be up on the top. I think it's coming down to Robert, and it's going to be coming down to Alex. That's it. Let's watch what Alex is saying. They're trying so hard to get us to fall in love with them in this last week. I don't know if you noticed this.
For the Dance with the Stars finale. We're all sad in here. I'm gonna miss you. It is crazy that this went by so fast. Feeling good vibes today because I've cried so much this week. I'm honestly like, there's no tears left to cry.
They're listening to Wilson
We have
Phillips.
a long day ahead of us. We left the house at 5:30 this morning. Started 6 a.m. glam, and then we've run our 2 routines so far. So we're gonna have 3 dances tonight, and the show's also 3 hours. And the craziest part is
3
right
hours is
after the
psycho.
show, we get on a plane and we fly straight to New York, and no sleep, no hotel. We just go right to Good Morning America. So I'm probably gonna be in this same hair and makeup at Good Morning America tomorrow. We are running on pure adrenaline today, but it's just really crazy when this is not my everyday waking up and dancing anymore every Tuesday. I just know it's going to be a little bit of a come down for me this week, but it'll be nice that it's Thanksgiving and my family's going to be here, so I'll get to spend it with them. I'm just excited for the show tonight. I think we have my favorite dances that we've done all season. We also have the instant dance challenge, which I don't even want to talk about, but we will find out like minutes before the song we're dancing to and the style, and we have to put on a costume.
That's crazy.
So that I'm just going out with a smile on my face and hoping that it comes together. She's back. Hey. I'm so excited for today because everyone is here. Are you ready? No. Val will be doing this all day. Just can't believe this is my last day on this set. See my family later. My friends are here. Good vibes. We all got spray tans together last night. Wait, what are all these gifts in here? My mom made these paddles. She went to Michael's and made these paddles. So we have those.
Here's the
Oh my
thing.
God, who put
I
this in
think
here?
I'll tell you something.
This is so sweet.
This is my thought.
Just want
I think that Robert is going to win. I do. But I do think Liz running on pure adrenaline and shots of Fruity Pebbles. I think that Robert's going to win. But I want Alex to win. But if Alex wins, I don't think America's going to be happy. I don't. I think America will be happy if Robert wins. And for that, I'll be happy too. Because I'll be happy if Robert wins. And Whitney Carson, his partner, is the best choreographer in the world. But Val is so nice, you guys. He's so nice, and he works out at my gym. And he's so nice to Lance. And for that, I love. You know what I mean? And Alex Earl is really nice to Lance. But Robert Irwin is also really nice to Lance. Lance just got a picture. I'm going to have Lance send it to me. Can you send me the picture of you and Robert from yesterday? Lance went into Dancing with the Stars yesterday just to pass out some hats and stuff and like say goodbye to everyone at rehearsals. And he took a picture with Robert Irwin yesterday with Robert wearing an F-22 hat. So cute. So anyway, everyone is very, very sweet. Dylan cannot be in final 2, but I think it will come down to final 3. Oh, I should ask Lance. Let's see if Lance will come down here. I doubt he will. He's cooking upstairs. What are you doing?
I'm making my world famous mac and cheese.
Can you come down here for just a quick 4-minute Dancing with the Stars chat?
Let me get into a better place.
But like fast, because I can't come back to Dancing with the Stars. It's all about the show.
Okay, so then no.
Come on, 2 seconds.
Donna, I'm like in the middle of cooking right now.
Okay, so talk to us. Talk to us.
Okay, what do you need to know?
Who do you want to win?
Robert Irwin.
Really?
Yeah.
Not Alex?
No. I mean, if she won, she won. No, great. I'd be very happy for her. I would be more happy for Val in that scenario.
Yeah, you love Val, right?
I love Val. Yeah. Val's the GOAT. Val is the Tom Brady of Dancing with the Stars. That's what I told him the other day.
Okay. But you think Robert deserves it.
I do. I think he's been working incredibly hard. I think that he has put in all the work.
Got it. All right. All right. Well,
Anything else?
anything else? I don't know. You tell me. Anything else to share from Dancing with the Stars?
No.
Okay.
No, there's not much that I can share.
All right. Well, then it's a good thing you didn't come downstairs.
Yeah, seriously. All right, let me get back to cooking.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
It's not fun having a non-gossiping husband. I'll tell you that. It's lame. So Lance is cooking. We're doing Friendsgiving tonight. Lance is not going to be at the live show tonight because he shoots the rehearsals and the packages. That's why you saw the packages, the lemons, you know? Okay, so that is that for Dancing with the Stars. I'm excited. Now let's go into this other story that I saw today about Sydney Sweeney, and I thought you guys you'd get a kick out of this. It says Sydney Sweeney versus Blake Lively. And I was like, oh, say no more. Say no more. Of course, it's sponsored by Daily. The article is sponsored by Daily Mail. It says, you guys are going to enjoy this, okay? You're going to enjoy this article. It says, Sydney Sweeney versus Blake Lively. Why survivors say Christy got domestic violence right, even if it flopped. Isn't that interesting? So it's about movies getting domestic violence right and how Sydney Sweeney got it right for survivors and not Blake Lively. It says Sydney Sweeney's boxing biopic, Christy, may have flopped, but survivors and advocates say it got one thing right: how to talk about DV. The 2025 film, which chronicles the life of pioneering boxer Christy Martin and her abusive relationship with manager Jim Martin, opened to a very, very obviously low amount, 1.3, with a historic 91.7% second weekend drop, the steepest ever recorded. You guys, that's so bad. That's so bad. But it says, despite its commercial failure, it boasts a staggering 98% popcorn meter spot on Rotten Tomatoes. That's actually wild. So Rotten Tomatoes does like critics amount and then like audience views, basically. But the audience gave it 98% out of 100. So the audience actually really, really liked the movie. And the audience liked it so much because it says that they really, really liked the way that they handled the tough subjects. It says it sparked serious awards buzz for Sweeney. She's going to get award nominations possibly for it. And it says the film's promotional campaign struck a nerve for reasons that had little to do with Hollywood gloss, because Sweeney consistently centered Martin's lived trauma rather than softening it for mass appeal, emphasizing that the abuse storyline was just as crucial as the boxing narrative itself. She's an incredible role model, Sweeney said. So being able to bring her story to a wider audience and hopefully save lives through that has been the greatest gift I ever could have been given, Sweeney said. Producer echoed that, stressing that the team viewed the film as a conversation starter rather than pure entertainment. To come out of it, to be able to tell stories that are impactful, but to make a difference, to hopefully be an avenue for people to talk about it and feel open about their own situations and people they know. Both women also made clear steps to protect Christy Martin during filming. The most graphic attack scene was shot before she ever arrived on set, saying we wanted to protect her from that. And when she eventually walked onto the set, the entire crew stood and applauded her. A moment Sydney Sweeney described as deeply emotional. Seeing her stand there in front of all of them, I think the importance of the story we're telling really hit everyone. At nearly every Q&A, Sydney Sweeney said survivors came forward to share personal stories. Even Christy Martin herself reportedly hoped the film would become something fathers show daughters about as a warning about abusive men. Sydney further reinforced the message off screen, selecting the National Center on Domestic and Sexual Violence as her chosen charity for Variety's Power of Women event. And she partnered, get this, you guys, she partnered with American Eagle to create the Sydney Jean, a limited edition design featuring a butterfly motif, symbolizing domestic violence awareness, with 100% of proceeds benefiting Crisis Text Line. Even after the movie underperformed, she doubled down on its purpose rather than retreating from the conversation. She said the film stands for survival, courage, and hope. We don't always just make art for numbers, we make it for impact. If Christy even gave one woman the courage to take her first step towards safety, then we will have succeeded. By comparison, Blake Lively's promotional tour for It Ends With Us, also a story rooted in DV, drew intense criticism for what many viewers perceived as a tone-deaf focus on aesthetics, fashion, and lighthearted chatter. Isn't this interesting, the difference between the two stories, right? It said, adapted from Colleen Hoover's best-selling novel, the film follows Lily Bloom as she navigates an abusive relationship with neurosurgeon Ryle Kincaid, yet early marketing emphasized florals, romance, and Lively's creative vision rather than the trauma at the heart of the story. The backlash intensified after Lively hosted a breezy promotional interview with co-stars Jenny Slate and Isabella Ferrer and author Hoover, during which the group laughed about zodiac signs, dream jobs, and anxiety around horses, with no mention of domestic violence. We didn't talk about our movie at all. Thanks for joining us, Lively joked at the end of the segment. Social media erupted, with viewers calling the approach shallow, tone-deaf, and an insult to DV survivors, accusing the actress of promoting a film about abuse as if it were a rom-com. In response, Lively later shared a statement acknowledging the theme, writing, "It Ends With Us" is a story of the female experience, all the highest highs and lowest lows. She also posted a violence against women PSA and statistics about intimate partner violence, alongside links to the National DV hotline, adding, "Everyone deserves relationships free from DV." While Lively later emphasized her character was a survivor whose identity was not defined solely by harm, critics argued that the corrective messaging came too late. Dale Margolin Seca, assistant professor of law and director of the Family Violence Litigation Clinic, pointed out the stark contrast between the campaigns. They said both Lively and Sweeney are glamour girls, but the It Ends With Us campaign prioritized beauty and superficiality, whereas the Christy campaign focused on the hard, ugly things. Christy's promotion could have been framed as beautiful actress transforms herself, but instead, Sweeney consistently talked about telling Martin's actual story. As an advocate, it was particularly refreshing how consistent Sweeney was with this message. It is critical for people to see the reality of intimate partner violence. Intimate partner violence was completely misrepresented in It Ends With Us, both on and off screen. Domestic violence is not about pretty girls getting occasionally beaten up by men with tempers, which is the story that It Ends With Us told, she stressed. It Ends With Us perpetuated the myth that victims can just decide one day to leave. That's not how DV works. Christy's story is real. It Ends With Us is flowery fiction. And then it talks a little bit about the case. And it says, as for many survivors watching from the sidelines, the distinction was clear. One campaign felt like awareness and the other felt like branding. Wow. Thoughts and feelings? I'm telling you, I have to say that I agree with Liz here. It redeems Sweeney. I've never been anti-Sweeney, Sydney Sweeney. I know that people really have taken a hating to Sydney Sweeney online. I find her somewhat refreshing in the Hollywood world because she's not falling into the Hollywood path of just trying to do what everyone wants her to do. She's just exactly herself. I loved her interview about the American Eagle ad. Special K says, I will have to watch Christy now. If you are actually advocate for DV, you should watch Christy. It should have like a fan following now. I had never been somewhat interested in that movie, but I didn't even really know. I have to be honest, you guys, I didn't even know that it was about domestic violence. I thought it was just about a boxer. I didn't even know that that was a byline of the story. But that is really, really telling that survivors of actual DV found it to be an actual movie that promotes awareness rather than just like a Hollywood glamour story about it. I love that article. That's a good article. The only thing that I think is tough is that it says that the movie It Ends With Us is like not a real movie about domestic violence. And I think that that's going to, well, I don't know who is that going to offend? Is it going to offend Blake because she did the final edit? Is it going to offend Colleen Hoover because she wrote the story? You know? But I had no idea. Anyway, it'll be very, very interesting to hear what people have to say about that article. But I think I should do a Instagram reel or a TikTok on it. All right, you guys, I love you. Thank you so much for being here, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow. As always, thank you for subscribing and liking Daily Dose of Donna. I'll see you guys on Wednesday, which is officially Thanksgiving Eve. My hours may be a little messed up because my kids have dentist appointments, so I'm not exactly sure what time, but just put the bell on so you get notifications, and I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Love you. Bye.